Hello, welcome to the next edition of Wednesday Special. Today we are playing Boros Burn in Pioneer of all things, and I think the deck could be pretty decent. I hope, right? The card that we're trying out today is Slowhim, Mayhem, Dominus. So let's see if we can't double the damage dealt by our instants and sorceries, and just burn them out of the game. Let's see if that actually pans out. And we got a total of 19 lands in the deck. I think this deck could be pretty okay. We'll definitely get into that in the deck tech. But we have the staples of Burn in the format right now. We have Swift Spear, Soulscar Mage, and then we have, of course, our staple from Modern, Eidolon of the Great Revels. So hopefully we can deal a lot of damage. I think Eidolon actually pairs up quite well with this Dominus because it doubles the damage to 4. And it makes it actually where it is not parity anymore, right? We take 2, they take 4. So let's get into the deck tech and get into it. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you get alerted for all future videos that I put out. And let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, we have essentially all the classic creatures that go into a burn deck. We also got our namesake card that we're trying out today. I don't think we're ever going to be able to activate the indestructible mode unless, I guess, we have tons of lands, extra lands in hand. Otherwise, just burning them out for damage seems more realistic. We only have 2 light up the stages. Maybe there could be a couple in the sideboard. We'll see. We have Skewer, Play with Fire, Hazard, Wild Slash, Boros Charm, Lightning Strikes, Skull Cracks, Risk Factor for card advantage potentially. Which is hopefully more burn. Sideboard, we have Chain to the Rocks for removal for big creatures that we could just get our creatures through. 2 Abrades for controlling the vehicles that we face, as well as the creatures that we might face as well. Damping Sphere is and Vortex helps against Lotus Field. Vortex surprisingly has done a good job in that regard. It's also good against Angels and Control, so that's good. Searing Blood for the heavy creature matchups. So we could eat the Elf, probably cut Skullcrack, it's not necessary. And then we have Anger of the Gods and Kari V's. This one's for mono green most likely. This one's for like mono white. We have Rampaging Ferocidon as well to bring in against Angels, kind of relevant. And Chandra for Control. So, no further ado, let's see if we can't burn people out in Pioneer. Soulscar Mage, go. Stomping Grounds, untap. Sacred Foundry, untap. Swift Spear, Wild Slash. Hit ya past the turn. Obliterating Bolt, sure. Play with Fire. Skewer, that is a good top deck. Go to combat. Smack face. Light up stage. Oh my god, no land. Carplusion Forest. Stomps it. Just makes it even more awkward. I guess Soulscar Mage. Pass the turn. Play the Bone Crusher Giant. Besiege you. Passes. Play a tap land. Go to combat. Attack. I believe this works because this should reduce him to a 2-1, which is fine. Get rid of Bone Crusher. Passager. Plays a Pathway. Might be Boat Time. No Thrun. That's a fine card, I suppose. Pass the turn. Ezekiel's Chariot. Goes to combat. He does not attack. Passes. Risk Factor. He lets me draw. Play a tap land. Pass the turn. So we have to survive 2 turns. This guy comes down, and then we should be able to bolt for 6/6. All right, turns on. Ezekiel's Chariot goes to combat, attacks. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. Sure, take it. But he's all tapped out. A land, I think, could put this game away. Plus, he has 1 card in hand that's worth 4 manas. Lightning Strike. So we go ahead and bolt face. Hopefully we light up the stage into a land. That is a tapped land. Yep, skip it up. So in this matchup, we bring in these. Skullcrack is irrelevant. Rampaging Ferocidon's fine over Risk Factor. And maybe a Braids over Risk Factor and a Wild Slash. Run it like that. Mountain, Swift Spear. Go to combat, smack face, pass the turn. Gorge, Elf, passes. Go to combat, smack face. Light up the stage. Pass the turn. Double land. That's interesting. Plays a Carplusion Forest. Stomps. Elf. Passes. That's not a bad top deck for the future. So, do I need anything this turn? Yeah, I do. Whatever. So, we shoot 1. Shoot the other. Pass the turn. Player plays a Bone Crusher. Soulscar Mage. You. Hits me. Sure. Take it. What else do you got? Stompy Grounds. Untap. So Chariot. Okay, Pack Leader and Obliterating Bolt. No. Eidolon. Pass the turn. We're just never going to get this down, are we? Goes to combat. Attacks with both. Take it. I am not blocking either one of those cards. They're not worth my time. I really wish I had a regular bolt. I could play with fire. And we draw another one. So, that's awkward. Alright, so we go to combat. We attack with both, which should enable both of these skewers to kill his board. But then again, I guess that's a lot of damage coming back. So I can't kill Bone Crusher, right? I guess I can, but it'd be a 1. Because 2 and 2. Yeah, Stormseeker. Sure, we scoop it up. 0 and 1. Let's get into the next. Concealed Courtyard. Thoughtseize. Take Swift Spear. Alright, Mountain. Soulscar Mage. Go. This is probably Greasefang. Mana Confluence. Yeah, Sorcery Speed. Seems pretty bad. He whiffs completely the variance. Soulscar Mage. I think I just Soulscar Mage. Attack. Hit you to 16. Light up the stage. Well, that works. Both of those could be used together, so. Sage or Wayfinder. Chariot's in the yard. Land would be good here. That's not a land. So we Wild Slash. I guess that's not as good, right? Because I guess I had to go face with that. Go to combat. Smack that face. And hit you with a skewer. So regardless, I would have gotten, if I didn't hit him, I hit 2 to the face, plus 3, so 5, plus 3, 8. I would have done 8 if I would have done the other way. Because he would have blocked one of these. Here comes Greasefang. Sure. Chariot's coming back, which I guess is not the end of the world. I do want a white source. Like, that would be nice. Makes a couple cats. He should crew. He doesn't. I'm confused. Okay. Skullcrack. That's not really helpful. He's probably going to hardcast a Chariot. I think I just go to combat here and attack with both. See what happens with blocks. If it almost fails, I'll just strike the Greasefang. He's probably going to block. He blocks with Greasefang. Interesting. Seems, I guess that's optimal because he figured we were going to kill that anyways. So we kill the cat, pass the turn. Zekia's Chariot. Does he attack with the cat? Does not. Passes. Soulscar Mage. Play Eidolon. Pass the turn. For some reason we can't draw a land. We just need any land. Any. So we can maybe double spell in turn. Another Chariot. Okay. Well, that's whatever. Gonna get frisky with your Chariot. He's got to put the game away, right? I mean, he's sitting at 5, which is a very uncomfortable life total. And it's like, yeah, you got to apply pressure at this point. How much pressure, though? Just with only Chariot. Makes a copy of a cat. So he has 4 blockers back. Best case, we draw a white source, right? So that way we could maybe bait him into using this counter Mana Confluence for the one last bit of damage. And then just Boros Charm. Yeah, we take it. This is actually applying pressure. He can't play any early drops. So he's forcing him to maybe tap these Mana Confluences. Skewer. I think I just pass. Skullcrack it on his turn. Yeah, so he's like in a very tricky spot, right? You can't play Greasefang or anything smaller than that, just due to the fact that he'd be down to 3, which puts him into death range against a burn deck. Brews the Chariot. Goes to combat. Attacks with just a Chariot again? Sure. Take it. Down to 12. I'm not really worried about Chariot. But we will use this Skullcrack, because if you tap deck any 2-drop burn spell, like, or a 1-drop burn spell, it'd be good to have it. Is he going to play Greasefang? Oh my god, dude. Skullcrack. And you're dead. Unless he gets a counter spell, that would be impressive. Greasefang with counter spells. And you're dead. So bring in Rampaging Ferocodon. This is not really that good. Searing Blood, doesn't seem like that good either. This doesn't feel like a matchup where it's going to go long, but a Braid's probably worth a slot. Seems like that's good. He could probably be trimmed. Skullcrack. Or like that. Actually, up KebbieG, down a risk factor. Courtyard. Thoughtseize. Takes a Swift Spear. Draw a Swift Spear. Come on. That would be funny. Alright, play tap land. Go. But Seiju. Another Sorcery Speed Salvage. he does realize it's instant speed, right? I don't get it. You don't want me to maximize the knowledge that I have going into my turn. So if I know I have to leave up Grease Fang, I guess regardless, I'm gonna leave up a Braid. Retreat. So he knows we have a Braid in hand. It would be unwise to play a Grease Fang here. Satyr Wayfinder. Mill some more cards. Okay, I think I use a Play with Fire here. I just kind of want to see what I'm drawing. Okay, that's another playable magic card. Play Mountain, ship the turn. If we could somehow draw our Domicus, like that would be great here. We have the 4th land. We could play it. We have pieces to slow him down. But again, I guess this is not really a matchup where I could tap out for him. If I pay 4 and tap down, I could just die. Goes to combat. I'm assuming he attacks me for 1. Because why wouldn't he? Down to 19. Another Play with Fire. Bottom. I don't need another land. Swiftspear. Start applying some pressure. Which is great about this. I can still hit him, light up the stage, and leave up interaction. Kind of weird. I'm the burn player that's playing the control route right now. Alright. Pass the turn. That's not bad for next turn. I mean, we could play Monastery Swiftspear, Mana Confluence, Grease Fang. Shoot Grease Fang. We wanted to make sure he put that on the stack. So that way the Power Healing goes back into hand. Okay, that bounces. What do we got? Soulscar Mage. Play Swiftspear, Lightning Strike, and Bolt the Face. I think I could risk this. I mean, there's a shot that he just Grease Fangs me and wins. But the other possibility, I could attack for 2 and just skewered him for 3, which would have done 4 damage this turn, which would have guess left me a Lightning Strike for next to answer Grease Fang. But I can't live my life in panic. Plays a tap land. So he basically has to have a Grease Fang in hand and the 2-drop that makes him discard a card. Or I guess any kind of Grisly Salvage maybe could hit up Parhelion. All right, he scoops it up. 1-1. Let's get into the net. Hope this hand's good. It's very explosive. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Mage this turn. That way if I top deck a land, I could Swiftspear with haste and light up the stage. Otherwise, I just attack with this, light up the stage. Looks like it's burn. No, Deflector might. All right, go to combat. Smack you. Light up the stage. Dig for some lands. No lands. Sigarda's Aid. Okay, so this is hammer time. Hits me. Because you should, yeah. I'm probably going to Wild Flash it. Colossus Hammer. That's big. Come on, Dak. Give me a land. I have to risk it. I can't not do it. If I just chomp and not light up the stage this turn, I'm guaranteed to be dead. Okay, yeah. All right, that works. So we bring in KebbieG and a Braid. Maybe Searing Blood. This could also be a Chain to the Rocks match. So Skullcrack's out. Probably cut one of him. Probably cut one Eidolon and a Wild Slash. I don't like that. All right, we got lands this time. We got a little bit of interaction. Mountain, Soulscar Mage. Go. Tap land for the opponent. Passes. Eidolon. Play Eidolon. Hit you. So we have this land tapped. Place Blood. I assume that's my move. Because what are the odds he doesn't play creature here? Pathway on white. Okay. Plays a Hollow Blade. Another Eidolon. Tap land thanks to Soulscar Mage. That should work. So that's 3 points here. 2, 4, 7. So he's down to 10. All right, he pitches a card. That's fine, but he still dies. He scoops it up. Scoops the whole matchup. All right, 2-1. See if there's a bonus match. Let's get into it. Overgrown Tomb. Untap. Thoughtseize. Duress. Okay. Takes Play with Fire, I assume. Nope. Boros. Sure. Don't want to reveal what we just drew. So it'll be Soulscar Mage. Stitcher Supplier. Okay, so we're facing another Grease Fang deck. Can we beat it again? That is the question. Tapped Overgrown Tomb. Passes. Wild Slash. Play Soulscar Mage. Go to combat. Smack face. Pass the turn. Assuming he's blocking here. Yeah, which means there's no point in Mech Hanger. Interesting. I mean, it does do Pilot. That is the thing. Thicket. He doesn't have a single... Oh my god, he brings back Tooth Rat. I was say he doesn't have a single vehicle in the yard. Probably gonna get me right here with this. Nope. Reverse. Pretty sweet. There's a Parhelion in the yard. Ouch. Burn him, I guess. And then burn him. Hit you for 6. Maybe 3 copies is just too much. He's mainly 3 copies because I want to see him at least some of the time so I could test him in this deck, but that's not always the case. Play with Fire. That's a burn spell. Hit you for 4. So this is 4 points of damage plus 3. So he needs to go for it this turn. Okay, he shoots one of these. He stays alive. No. 3. Does he stay alive? 5. I got him him down to 1. I think I crack this thing off right now, right? While he's tapped out. Smack face, pass the turn. We're at 18, so 1 strike with a Parhelion is not going to do it. He drew a land, it looks like, or maybe that was what he had in hand. All right, kills himself. Bring in a Braid. Bring in Ferocidon, and I guess Searing Blood. Again, cut Skullcrack. 1 of him, and maybe Ferocidon's just too cute, and Wild Slash. I don't like that. And Overgrown Tomb. Untapped? You're gonna Thoughtseize me? Duress. I mean, get Searing Blood, I guess. Sure. Swift Spear. Hit you for 1. Down to 17. Pop you. Shocks himself. Pretty daring against a red deck. Edicts. Okay. Find another Swift. Go to combat. Once he resolves, smack you. Another Edict. Seems like a bit much, but sure. So I think I play with fire. I want to dig for something here. I mean, that stops a Grease Fang, but that's not going to make me win the game. Satyr Wayfinder. So he is struggling to find lands based off what we just seen. A Silent. Interesting tech. Play a tap land. Go. Duress. Shoot your face. Plays a tap thicket. Goes to combat. I'm assuming he does not attack. Like he knew we were drawing a Swift Spear. Because why else wouldn't he attack? He was expecting a hasty threat. Ironic. Yeah, so weird. Boat. Kills my Swift Spear. Eidolon. Go. A second boat. Okay. That is something. I mean, sure. Passes. You draw a tap land. So I guess that works if we ever top deck our big creature, but salvage. Trying to find a Parhelion. Finds 2. Temple Garden. I'm assuming tapped. He tapped his only black source though. Soulscar Mage. Pass the turn. Another tap land. Okay, go to combat. Hit you. Pass the turn. The only reason I played that land because we top decked the 4-drop. Maybe there's a world we could 4-drop plus burn. Satyr Wayfinder. Okay. Bruise the vehicle. Hits my mage. Sure. Seems pretty good. Come on, deck. Draw another mountain. Okay, so now we will not use any more of our lands. We draw them. They'll become pitch fodder. Okay, pass the turn. Cave. Parhelion. Hard casted. Where are we at in our lives? All right, please give me the 4-drop here. Boros Charm. That also works. All right, so we never got to cast our new card, but we killed him. So that means we are technically 3-1. All right, getting to the wrap up. Okay, so what did we learn this week about this deck? And fundamentally, it was very difficult to even get our new Dominus down. Like, it was very tricky. The that last match where I wanted to see him because I literally could play him and win the game. I didn't find him, and it was kind of sad because I really like to see this card actually get played a little bit more, but he came out in awkward moments, and because of that, I think it's correct to cut 1 of him. Now, the other changes that I made is I did cut the burn spell / card draw. I replaced it with Light Up the Stage. Skullcrack, I added 2 Searing Blood main, 2 sides. So I think in a creature heavy matchup, those are actually a lot better because we get to deal with elves and stuff like that. And I upped a land over a Dominus, so that way we have 20 lands to maybe be able to play a little bit more consistently. That's kind of what I was hoping. But sideboard, look, it felt pretty solid. We didn't find any matchups where we wanted Fear, Anger, or Chandra, which is more of a control matchup. But that's okay. The deck performed, I think. Let me know down in the comments what cards you guys would have considered for this list. If you like this kind of content, like, comment, subscribe, hit all those buttons. That way you'd be alerted. And the YouTube algorithm, really helps grow the channel. So until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day.